inside the CitrusTV studios for the special webisode edition of Cuse Countdown. Alongside my analysts Josh Wetmore and Mark Sell, I'm Krista D'Amore, and finally, we are mere hours from kickoff. Wake Forest at SU, what are you most looking forward to this game?
Well, I mean, to put it simply, I'm just looking forward to watching some football. It's been a while, but specifically, I'm looking forward to watching Dyshawn Davis play. True freshman starting at weak side linebacker. He looked great all of spring, all summer. I'm looking forward to him getting on the football field and getting some real time.
Definitely, Josh, but I think it's pretty hard to say that how are you not excited to see Ryan Nassib play? This guy was very efficient last year, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Now he's in his second full season as a starting quarterback, and with receivers Alec Lemon and Van Schue coming back, this guy is bound for a big year.
Well, those are two great examples of players who might be ready, but what about running back Antoine Bailey? Stepping into the starting role, he says he's excited to get onto the field.
I can't wait. You know, it's nothing like after you warm up, go back in the locker room and come back out, and the whole dome is filled, and the electricity is crazy in there. I can't wait.
To refresh your memory a bit, Bailey will be stepping into DeLon Carter's shoes, the third all-time rush leader for the Orange. So, do you think he's ready for the starting role?
Oh, I really do. From talking to him, he certainly sounds ready to me. A big prediction for this season for the Orange, I think Antoine Bailey is going to be second team all Big East when all is said and done. He's going to have a great year, but, Mark, people need to realize he's not DeLon Carter. If a hole's not there, he's still not going to be gaining 2 yards. It's going to be 0, maybe -1, but when the hole is there, it's going to be some major yardage.
There definitely is, and physically he is ready to be this full-time starting running back, but I think one thing that concerns me long-term wise down the season, how does he deal with this mentally, being the full-time running back? I mean, DeLon Carter's not there. He's very close with him, so I think with him moving on to the NFL, if this offense starts to sputter in the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, I just hope Bailey doesn't start to think, oh my gosh, all this starts to fall on my shoulders and he tries to do too much. So that is what we're going to have to see in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
He did say during Big East Media Day that he felt physically ready, but it was the mental side that he'd have to prepare for.
Well, this week will be his first test. Should be a good mental boost for him at Wake Forest. It should be a nice opportunity to show what he can do. The Demon Decons are coming off a lackluster 3-9 season in 2010. One key player this year will be running back Josh Harris. The redshirt sophomore led the team in rushing with 720 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. Sophomore Tanner Price leads the team as quarterback. He played 11 games last season as a true freshman. On the other side of the ball, the defense gave up an average of 35 points per game, something the Orange faithful hope they can continue on Thursday. Coming off of last year's win at the Pinstripe Bowl, the pressure is on for another successful season for the Orange. Quarterback Ryan Nassib says that they're ready to live up to the expectations.
There is no room for excuses this year. I mean, this is our second year for the offense, so mental mistakes, mental errors, stuff like that, you know, that's not tolerated.
So, Josh and Mark, last year the SU offense averaged just over 22 points a game. How good did they need to be this year?
Well, they have to be better this year, and Nassib just talked about it himself, and I think one big thing about this year is they need to implement big plays in this offense this year, and that's what Doug Marrone talked about at SU Media Day about a month ago, and that's exactly what won them the Pinstripe Bowl. Now, they don't have Marcus Sales anymore this year because of the trouble he got into in the offseason, but again, like I said earlier, Alec Lemon and Van Schue coming back. Nassib is forming a lot of chemistry with those guys in the offseason, so I think we could see a lot of good things from this offense this year.
Well, the offense definitely needs to improve, and it should. There's really no reason why it shouldn't. But I think people's expectations are a little too high because they think the defense is going to be so much worse. They think the offense needs to make up. I don't think this defense is going to be as bad as people think. The key for the offense is going to be efficiency. When there are turnovers, when they have a short field because of special teams or defense, turn it into touchdowns, not field goals. Make sure you're scoring when you should. The rest will take care of itself.
Well, this game isn't supposed to be a tough one for SU. What are your predictions for SU at Wake Forest?
Well, I'm going to go 24-10, Mark. I think it's a little bit lower scoring than some people are expecting, but this offense, I know they're in their second year of the system, but it's the first game. Offense always a little bit behind defenses at this point in the season. I think Syracuse's defense is going to show they're stronger than people think, and Wake Forest just, I don't think they're going to be able to handle this Orange team.
There's just something about the way the Wake Forest defense played back in 2010. Krista said it earlier, 36 points per game they allowed, and they switched to a 3-4 defense in the middle of the season. That's going to have a lot of trouble for them to get used to. I think SU takes advantage of that. Ryan Nassib goes right after that secondary through the air. SU wins 31-19.
Well, that's it for us here at Cuse Countdown. You can check us out every week on Time Warner Cable Sports as well as the Orange Television Network. You can also tweet us your thoughts on the upcoming season at twitter.com/CitrusTV Sports. If you include the hashtag of CC Football, your tweet might just get read on air. For my analysts Josh Wetmore and Mark Sell, I'm Krista D'Amore. Have a good one.